Hi everybody, my name is Val Stowaway. I am an author. Welcome to my channel. Last month I posted a needlessly long documentary about my writing journey, which spans my entire life pretty much. And so in this video, I'm going to be reading some of the writings that I mentioned from last week. Is this like a really narcissistic way to start a YouTube channel? I don't know. Oh well, maybe some of my later videos will pop off and then this will be like a fun deep dive for people who are like, who is this girl? She's crazy. Okay, so today we're going to be starting with my earliest writings. I was gifted this journal. If you can, I like traced over it. May of 1994. Okay, so I was, prepare to do some math because you're about to find out my age. I was 3 years old when this was given to me. Okay, so this is as early back as my little baby hand would draw. And guess what the first page is? It's a skeleton, which I called a bony bones. Dang, 3. You know, the creepy stories, they are just always there, honestly. Oh, look, you guys. I drew a ghost and it says boob. No writing yet, but 3. Man, my daughter's 3, and that definitely gives it some context for how little I was. It's just a lot of scribbles, mostly. If you have a creative kiddo, you should give them a journal. This is a great gift. So I would also write detective stories in here. I was a big fan of Scooby-Doo. So I also read books that were mystery books. So see, I've been writing spooky stories, thrillers. I mean, this has been my jam forever. As proof in here. Oh, a journal entry. Oh. Yesterday I got my first boyfriend and his name is Nathan. It makes me wonder what's in my school box. Let's do that one next. My mom gave me my school box. It's really heavy. It's right here. And I know there's going to be writing in here. So I'm going to open it up and see what's in it. Okay. So we actually had an assignment to make a book in 4th grade and 5th grade. And I was extremely into it, and my mom saved those books. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so cute. Guys, I should publish this. Would that be fun? How would I do that? I'd have to like photocopy these pictures. Hang on, my wheels are turning. I'm like, that'd be just for myself, just to be like, and I published that book. I said I was going to. The end. Oh my gosh. And then I made a second book with the same characters in the 5th grade, and that one's even cooler because it's a slumber party. Dude, my heart, I'm not kidding. Like, I've always loved making books. I don't know why, but I feel kind of like emotional a little bit. They're having a pillow fight, but the froggy went to sleep early. I'm dying. Oh, okay. No, I vividly remember drawing this. I was so proud of this. Okay, this is them waking up in the morning. Look at that duck. I was so proud of that duck. Look at that. I should have been an illustrator. How come I never got into illustrating? I know why. Because in the 7th grade, I had an art assignment to draw a bear, and I got a C on it. And that made me feel like, well, I'm terrible. I don't know what this is. 5th grade. Oh, okay. Here's a collection of stories. This looks like an assignment, and it says a ghost story, which I know I'm about to kill it. Ugh, I wrote it in cursive. Probably had to. 100 years ago, an old lady, mean and hateful, was murdered. Pushed off a balcony, screaming and falling into the rocks below. I got a stamp, a little 90s stamp that says very creative. Yes, I know. Thank you. Oh, okay, wait. So there's another one. It says chapter 1, but I can kind of tell by the paper. So let me explain. In the last video that I did, I explained that I used to sit in the back of the class in elementary school and write instead of learn. Explains a lot, you know? So my grandpa, he gave me his old notebook. This is it. I still have it. This huge notebook. It's probably from like the 70s or 80s or something, but the pages were yellowed even then. So these are stories that are not assignments, but my mom put them in here. But I can tell by the paper that this is like a story I would have written in the back of the class. Chapter 1. It all started when I was reading the newspaper. The newspaper said there was a strange murdering with a knife. Here we go again. I opened my eyes. The arms that I had seen were reaching for me again. I screamed. The arms grabbed my throat. I felt the cold, slimy hand around my neck. I couldn't breathe or scream. Tighter, tighter, and tighter. I felt sharp nails beginning to cut through my skin. I'll still write stuff like this, by the way, if you like that. All right, what else is in this box? I honestly do not have a clue. Like shoved in there. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? Why is this in here? Sorry. This was unexpected. So my grandpa, who gave me the notebook, I found a letter from him in my school box. Sorry. I thought I was pulling out a book. What the heck? Sorry, I got emotional because my grandpa, he passed away a few years ago. That was unexpected. I guess I had a school assignment to write my grandparents a letter and ask them what their life was like. So they wrote back and my mom kept this letter. Sorry. Whoa. Last time I reached really deep in here, I got a surprise from my grandpa. Stop. It's another letter. I'm not even joking you. What? I was not expecting this video to go this way. Oh my god. Okay. This letter is from my grandma. On my dad's side, she also has passed away. Anyway, sorry. Didn't know that this video was going to go this way. I'm reaching in the back now. Oh, never mind. Put it back. It's my ACT scores. Here's like a notebook though. What? I wrote a story with the kid I had a crush on and I don't remember? Death comes swiftly on night wings. Or so says my destruction teacher. I have no memory of this at all. Yes, my teacher is a Grim Reaper, one of the extremely gifted in the art of death. Here's the thing. If I fix this up and make this a story, do I have to get that kid's permission? Probably, huh? This is teenage years, by the way. I'm just skipping around for no reason. It was just all here in this box. That was interesting. Kind of want to rewrite that story for myself. That's what you get for not liking me back. Maybe you did. I don't know. Oh, here's a free verse. Home is my life. I never want to be anywhere else. Still true. I really do never want to be outside of my house. It's kind of a problem. Perfect for a writer, though. Rough draft. Oh, home is my life. You know, it's so important that I have so many copies of this. So that's all the stuff that I have in physical form. But I do have some things on my computer. It's on a drive from my really old computer. So I have some of those things from when I was a teenager. And then I also have some things I printed out from the more recent years. Let's try those out. All right, so I got my laptop here. My laptop is plugged into an external drive. The external drive has my old computer stuff on it from when I was a teenager. And I open it up, and these folder names are so unhinged. They're in alphabetical order, starting with Darkest Bowels. Then we have Dead Lizards, Good Bands, Monsters, Music, Photo Stories, Pocahontas Pictures, Potato Anime, spelled incorrectly, Random Fun Stuff, Scripts, which will open, Sexy Ska Babe. I'm regretting opening my teenager computer stuff. Sound Stories, The Learning Company. Updater 5. Just a folder named Volcano. And then the last folder is called What's This? In parentheses, question mark. And what is that, actually? Let's open it. A file called Take a Break, and then an audio file called Tuna. That's the only thing in it. Should I open this tuna thing? What is this? It's 4 seconds long.
Tuna Baluna!
The regret deepens. Alright, well, what else can I cringe about? Let's see. Let's open scripts. The first one on here is A Kayla's Village. That was the slasher I wrote at like 16. If you haven't seen my documentary, I made a full-length feature slasher film with my friends. And I will sample some of this with you here. Okay, so this scene is they they find out that indeed there is a killer, and they manage to get away from him, 4 of the teenagers, and they're hiding in this like building. The 4 stand in the dark room in silence. Chris, still holding Tally, are backed up against the door. Jack and Karen holding each other across from them. Listen, I wrote this, I was 16, okay? So this is not representative of what I write now. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed that overpowering smell in here, but I can't breathe. There's a body in there. Well, would you rather be in a smelly dark room, or would you rather be out there with that man in the white mask? Well, either we find a better hiding place or we go outside, because he's gonna find us, or we'll suffocate first, because yeah, the smelly room's a priority, right? That's Karen pulls out her phone. Why did my phone have to break now? Of course. Maybe we can fix it and then call for help. We should have done that as soon as we found out Steve was missing. How was I supposed to know? I didn't know. Well, if you guys had listened to me, then Scott, Len, Cammy, and Jessica would still be alive. They are still alive. While they're talking, Jack looks around the room. We need to find a way out of here. No, we can't. Then what? We stay here a week? A month? He'll find us eventually. Well, he's gonna find us if we go out into the open, genius. Yeah, Karen, it's called a no-win situation. Well, at least we can try to stay alive. Yeah, but the only way we're gonna do that is if we try to escape. And this was my only line. And I go, well, we have to do something. Anyway, so that's Akela's village. Let's do something else. Hey, dude! The mixed up tales of the Wizard of Oz, spelled A-W-E-S. Okay, in the documentary, I mentioned that I had an assignment in the 8th grade to perform a scene for my drama class, and I ended up writing an entire play. I still have it. It's right here. This is the assignment. Glenda. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Dorothy. I'm not a witch, I'm a girl. Then are you a good girl witch or a bad girl witch? No, I mean, I'm a human girl. Then are you a good human girl witch or a bad human girl witch? No, I'm not from around here. I came from Kansas. So are you a good human girl witch that came from Kansas, or a bad one? Stop. You're confusing me. Look, I am not a witch. Witches are old and ugly. Hee 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 hee. The Munchkins. Dorothy. What's their problem? They are laughing because I am a witch. I am Glenda, the good witch of the north. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. You're not... Hesitates. You're not old. I'm funny. Well, you must be a good witch to have stopped such terror on our land. Thank you, thank you. Munchkins, thank you. Well, it was nothing, really. It was nothing. Leans over and whispers to Glenda, what did I do again? You killed the Wicked Witch of the East. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I killed the Wicked Witch of the... You said what now? Do you think I performed it like this? I don't know. Yes, that is correct. You got it all wrong, sister. I'm innocent. I didn't kill anything. You mean to say that you weren't on the house when it fell on her? Points to the Wicked Witch legs under the house. Dorothy pulls on her neckline. Ghoul! How do I get to the Wizard of Oz? Ooh, Oz. As a running gag through this. Because it's A-W-E-S. It's easy. You just poof, the Wicked Witch appears. Who killed my sister? Dorothy and Glenda point to each other. Oh, she did. You picked the wrong witch to fall on. Yeah, you should have fallen on her. Oh my goodness. Have you forgotten the slippers? Yes, the slippers. Where are they? Here. Points to Dorothy's feet. Whoa! Ooh, these are some fine looking shoes. They look so good with my blue checkered jumper. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Gosh, you think I'm pretty? It's gotta be these shoes. Come on, this is not bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's try something else. Let's see. Let's do. Oh wait. What's under stories? Ugh, wings. This freaking book that I bet I've rewritten this like a freaking dozen times. But this is the first draft. Oh, it's only 8,000 words? That's not even a draft. That's like a half attempt. St. Paul's Children's Hospital, November 1936. Dr. Dillard Gray, was sitting in his office with his face buried in his hands when Nurse Hathaway opened the door and stepped in. I don't know why that sentence confused me. Okay. The doctor looked up at her. Well, he asked. She shook her head sadly. He slammed his fist on the table. I've killed her. I didn't know how to deliver the baby and I killed her. He furiously threw the papers off his desk and turned away from the nurse. There was a slight moment of silence before the nurse decided to speak again. It wasn't that which killed her. The baby is deformed. He turned around to look at her. She spoke again. I think you had better come take a look, doctor. Wouldn't he know? Didn't he deliver the baby? Okay. The doctor followed the nurse to the room they had put the baby. This isn't very good. Several nurses were there with their hands clasped together, staring into the small cradle. They all looked up at the doctor with very pale, sickened faces. The doctor pushed past them and looked into the cradle himself. Inside was a healthy pink infant wrapped tightly in a small white blanket. Nurse Hathaway stood next to the bassinet, her hands clasped tight like everyone else's. She slowly reached down and drew back the blanket. The baby shifted as she did, kicked a leg up, and threw a fist over its head, then settled back down. Under the blanket was a pair of what looked like wings that jutted out from the baby's shoulder blades. The newborn was lying on the deformity, so it was hard for the doctor to get a good glance at it. But it could easily be seen that the wings bared were black. This is what? I don't know if I feel better having seen my own writing and being like, I could write that better, or if I just kind of feel like, have I always sucked? This is not a God-given creature. This baby is an abomination. It bears the mark of the devil. It must be gotten rid of. Wow, that story's really different now. So I'm looking specifically for the novel I wrote in the 9th grade. When word got around to the girls at West Bay High that a new, rumored attractive boy was at school, it was on. Every female competitor within the building that day spent the precious couple of minutes before the school bell rang going over their schemes to get this boy to fall hopelessly in love with them. All of the bathrooms on the campus were packed wall to wall with desperate young ladies putting on their war paint, a mascara, and lip gloss. They were armed and dangerous and would surely rip apart anything that stood in the path of this cute, anonymous adolescent. Okay, I remember using the thesaurus feature a lot on this. Every one of them going into this futile battle of hormones. Well, every one of them but me. I'm not like the other girls. I have better things to do than try to catch the attention of some boy who is probably as inane, thesaurus, as all the other combating girls. I only care about two people at the present, Allison Kay and Emma Barker. You see, Emma Barker is the part in the school play that I want more than anything, and I'm Allison Kay. Very interesting, very cringy. Let's put this away for right now. Let's do some adult cringy writing. So I have my TV show that I wrote about myself. Let's crack it open. Imagine starting a YouTube channel and your first videos are a documentary about yourself, and then the second video is you reading a TV show that you wrote about yourself. That's where I'm at right now. So, interior, Greenwood High School after school. The scene begins in the middle of a rehearsal for the high school play. Front and center of the stage is our protagonist, Elle. Elle is a 16-year-old human contradiction. She is a very wholesome girl who attends church weekly but has a closet obsession with Halloween and everything horror. She excels at public speaking, yet dreads attending large parties more than anything. And although she is a fairly pretty girl, she dresses like a mid-aged suburban mom. Elle animatedly, is that a real word? Practices her scene. Elle voiceover. William Shakespeare once said that all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players. If you've ever attended a public high school in North America, you know this is true. Why does it have to be North America? I just feel like it's any time, but I don't know. Montage of students talking in the hallways. Voiceover continued. Everyone plays a different part, whether it's cheerleader, burnout, anime geek, or choir kid. It's like one giant insincere production where everyone pretends to be someone else and we're all categorized and filed away into these little cliques. And there I was, Ellen Mannings, playing good, wholesome, boring girl. Well, at least that's who I thought I was before I had my identity crisis. Cue title sequence. I'm so glad to hear that cliques aren't as much of a thing anymore. That's what I hear. I mean, I don't go to high school, but I hear that it's like we're kind of moving past that as a society. And I think that's great, even if it's the premise of this TV show that I wrote. Here's another one I wrote called 17 Trips Around the Sun. It's on Amazon. I'll give you a sample. Chapter 1. The first line I chose for this is something else. Okay. Chapter 1. I suck at girls. Dating them, talking to them, being in their general presence. I can't do it. I either say something stupid or I don't say anything at all because I'm too busy mentally digging a grave to hide in for the rest of my dating years. I don't know why my dad set me up with Savannah McAdams. This girl was way out of my league. We're not even playing the same sport, okay? Savannah McAdams is this golden Barbie drill team captain, and I look like Mr. Bean on a bad hair day. By the way, when I commissioned the girl to do my cover art, I gave her a picture of Mr. Bean. Because of that line. So anyway, $9.99, Amazon. Some of my stuff was really bad. And some of my stuff was really funny. And some of my stuff I'm like, okay. In making the documentary and even this video, filming this video, I really I've been reflecting a lot about it's like you first have to give yourself permission to write a bad book, and then you have to believe that your bad book could be good. And I feel like that's a little bit where I'm stuck at. Like when I rewatched the documentary that I made about myself and I talked about that scary critique group and all the stories, I'm like, I have to rewrite this. I have to rewrite this. That really that was a tough watch because I could see that I have a mental hurdle. I know there's something there that I have to like work on and improve about my confidence, about letting go the idea that I could just keep fixing and fixing and fixing and make things better and expect that of myself, and more actually putting myself out there. Which even just starting this YouTube channel has been like that. Believing that my voice should be heard. That's kind of hard. And so even though I write silly things, weird things, and I've given myself permission to do that, and I've gotten that far, now I have this next step of giving myself permission for my bad things to be heard. Anyway, thanks for coming on this journey with me. I love you guys so, so much, and I hope you enjoy the content that I'm putting out. And if you would like to see more content, you can always subscribe, like, hit that notification bell if you want. And I will see you next time, next month, okay? Bye!